Hey guys, we talked about the digestive system last, but now we're going to talk about the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a lot different than the digestive system because it isn't made up of so much of organs, but these parts of the endocrine system are called glands. And what glands do is they secrete hormones into the bloodstream that control your body's functions, okay? This can include growth, this can include reproduction, and this can include our metabolism, which means breaking down our foods in our cells so that we can get energy. So that's what your glands do, all right? So they are the masterminds at making sure our body maintains homeostasis. And remember, that means keeping a balance in our body. All right, and sorry if it's kind of dark. It's late, so I'm just making this video because I know you had a long day with STAR testing, and I want y'all to be able to get ahead and have extra information so you can watch in your leisure, all right? Okay, so the first gland of the endocrine system that you need to know is called the pituitary gland. All right, sorry, it got kind of blurry for a second. The pituitary gland is sometimes called the master gland. All right, and that's because people think the pituitary gland controls everything in the body. Okay, but what you need to know is that the pituitary gland controls your growth. So when you're little and you're going to a teenager, and you're teenager going to adult, your pituitary gland secretes a growth hormone that tells your body to grow. So it tells you to get taller, for example, okay? All right, and it also makes sure your body maintains homeostasis, which means helps all your body keep a balance. So homeostasis equal balance. So that's your pituitary gland, and it's inside of your brain, okay? It's super tiny. It's about the size of a pea, but it definitely controls a lot in your body. All right, the next one is going to be your thyroid. And I think we've all heard of that at some point, okay? It produces a hormone called thyroxine, and it regulates your metabolism. So that means, like I said earlier, your body's ability to break down food so that we can use it to make energy for our body. Okay, so that's your thyroid. So a lot of people who have a high metabolism are pretty skinny, okay? But people who have a slow metabolism and their body doesn't break down food fast enough, they're often overweight, okay? So for example, my mom's friend doesn't have a functioning thyroid. She got it removed. So she has to work twice as hard as we do in the gym to lose weight because she is missing her thyroid. So her body doesn't break down foods like as quickly as ours does. So that's the thyroid. A lot of people, they really struggle with this. So if you have a thyroid tumor or a nodule, that will cause your metabolism to get slower, and that's not good at all. All right? Okay. On top of your thyroid, there's these little tiny glands called the parathyroid. And so you can remember this because it has the word thyroid in it, but it has the word para, okay? So they're on your thyroid. So you can remember thyroid, para, okay? So what your parathyroid does is it controls how much calcium is going to be in your bloodstream. So remember, calcium makes our bones nice and strong, okay? So our parathyroid controls how much calcium is in our bloodstream. So we don't want too much, but we don't want too little. So your parathyroid helps you maintain, you got it, homeostasis, all right? You guessed it. Okay, so we talked about the pancreas, all right? It was a part of our digestive system, and what it helped do was it secreted insulin that broke down carbohydrates into sugars, okay? But your pancreas is more in your endocrine system. That's what I always consider it as a major part of. And it produces insulin that regulates how much sugar is going to be in your bloodstream. So, again, just like the parathyroid, you don't want too much calcium. You don't want too much sugar in your bloodstream, okay? Because if you have too much sugar, that's bad. But if you have too little, that's really bad too. My friend, Jenna, she we were like 12 years old, and she has type 1 diabetes. And her blood sugar, her pancreas doesn't work right, okay? So she has to give herself shots of insulin. Her blood sugar got so low that she went into a diabetic seizure, okay? Because her pancreas wasn't able to maintain a proper homeostatic or homeostasis that ours does, okay? Somebody without diabetes. So your pancreas is super important. And it's possible over time, if you eat bad, you will or you may develop diabetes over time, okay, if you don't have a healthy diet. So we want our pancreas to function well. Okay, so that's your pancreas. It breaks down carbs, and it also regulates how much sugar is going to be in your bloodstream. Not too much, not too little, but just right. My favorite gland of the endocrine system is your adrenal glands, and the word adrenal means adrenaline. So your adrenal glands produce adrenaline, which helps your body to respond to situations that might be scary or threatening. So for example, my dog Chico, he is so vicious. Like, I've had him, my parents have had him for 11 years, and he has still not gotten used to me, or he doesn't know my face. I don't know what the deal is, but every time I go visit my folks, he growls and he barks and he chases after me, and I still run and scream like I'm a little girl. So my adrenaline kicks in because my adrenal glands secrete that hormone that tells me to run away from Chico. All right? He attacks, so I run away. I flee from him. I don't want to get bitten. So flight or flight system is triggered by the adrenaline, which our adrenal glands secrete. So just remember, adrenaline. So it kind of looks like the same word because this is the root word for adrenaline. Okay? All right. So we're getting there. Hang on. All right? I know it's been a long day, but we got this. All right. So ovaries, we've heard of these. Only women have these. Okay? So what they do is they produce our eggs. And they produce estrogen, which causes us to make our eggs. And they help us to develop our female characteristics. So women look like women because of our ovaries, which make estrogen, which is a hormone. Okay? All right. The testes, only males have these, and they produce testosterone, which help make sperm. Okay? And they help guys develop to guys. So if guys look like guys because of testosterone, which is a hormone that's produced by the gland, the testes. Okay? There's a few other glands, so I didn't draw them here, but one of them's my favorite. It's called the pineal gland. And that's spelled pineal, just like that. And that regulates our sleep. Okay, so when it's light outside, our body tells us to get up. It's light outside, it's daytime, you need to wake up. All right? But if it's dark, the pineal gland secretes a hormone that tells us it's nighttime, it's time to unwind, it's time to go to sleep. And that's the pineal gland. It's even smaller than the pituitary gland. It's also in the brain, okay? All right, so that's the pineal gland. And there's another gland called the hypothalamus, and I don't know why that's not on here. All right, hypothalamus is what controls our body temperature. And Miss Cox, this is her favorite gland in the whole body. She thinks this is the master gland over the pituitary gland, but I disagree. All right, so this controls our body temperature, which controls our, you guessed it, homeostasis. All right. All right, so that's the endocrine system. So doctors of the endocrine system are called endocrinologists. All right. When I was little, I wanted to be one because I thought it was super unique and super cool, and I wanted to be different. So I love the endocrine system. It's made up of glands, not organs, that secrete hormones that regulate our body's function. And the endocrine system is the main player in maintaining the body's, our favorite word, homeostasis, which is a balance. All right. Have a great night. I hope you did well on the star today. I was thinking about y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of the night. Goodbye.